Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you? Hope you're staying nice and warm. We're supposed to get some snow and freezing rain tonight. I have been crocheting and knitting today. I finished up a pair of slippers. I made a few hats. I have an idea. My son wants one of those like Jamaican type of hats. Rastafarian or whatever they are. And I've looked at a few free patterns, but I'm not real good at following directions when it comes to knitting and crocheting. I like to come up with my own. I look at other people's things and I'm like, I'll take a little of this and I'll put it with a little of that, and I'll kind of have my own ideas and of what I know I can do, because I'm not that good. So I know how to add a stitch. I know how to increase and I know how to decrease. So I'm thinking, if I start out with just like the regular hat, the part that just fits around his head, maybe do like this much, then start increasing the stitches so the hat goes out more and then back. So I can just start increasing the stitches as far as I want the hat to puff out, and then decrease as I go towards the end of the hat. That's the plan, because I do know how to increase and decrease. I don't know if that's going to work. This is not working for me. What is going on here? So I've started it in kind of that green color that I have, the plain green. Hopefully it works. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But if it doesn't work, he's getting just a plain regular hat. And he said, I don't want anything from you, Mom, hon. As long as it's made by you, Mom, I'll wear it. And it's so sweet. But I want to make him what he wants. So that's my boy. And this is going to be kind of a whip and chat and answer questions, because I have some questions that arrived in my email. And let's get started with those. The first question is, what was my first job? My very first job was at a wood shop. It was a 3-story wood shop, and the floors were wooden. It was an old-fashioned wooden monstrosity. And we assembled on the first floor. The second floor was, the first floor was where they had all the saws and they did all the cutting and measuring, and the second floor was offices and storage and shipping, and upstairs was the assembly. And I went in the mornings and I was a secretary for a few hours. I made up shipping labels and I answered the phone for a couple hours. Then I went upstairs and I did assembly, which was only me, supervisor, and my husband. My husband's the one that told me, the kids are 3 years old and now, and you're going to work. And I said, I don't want to go to work. And he said, you can do, I know you know how to type and answer phones, and this is simple assembly. He took me in on a Saturday when it was closed, and he showed me the ropes and how to do everything, because he had the keys. He went in early to start the boiler and start the coffee and shovel the walks and anything like that. So, and it was easy. I ended up liking it. But anyway, I'm working away, and the boss lady from downstairs hollers up. This one's stuck. What's the number to the clinic? We didn't have a hospital. We just had a little clinic. And I yelled down the number because, sorry, my throat. I knew it by heart because I had children. So I yelled down the number, and she says, so-and-so cut his finger off and throw down some ice. So I'm like, my supervisor runs down the stairs, comes back up with said finger, has me get a bag, put ice in the bag, then put the finger in, and then another bag, so the finger isn't it. I'm the one that told me you can't put the finger directly on the ice; it'll burn it. So we have the finger on ice, and they elected me to drive him to the next town to the hospital. So I have this panicking, bleeding, scared kid in my car, freaking out, his fingers cut off. I'm trying to drive, and I'm a fairly new driver. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm like thinking, I don't want to be here. So I dropped the kid off at the hospital, and pretty much you're on your own. Here's your finger. Good luck to you. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if they sewed it back on or what, but I told them, when you're done, call your mom or someone to come get you. I'm not hanging around. I know I'm terrible, but anyway, I drove him to the hospital, him and his finger. So that was my very first job. Yeah, after that I went to work in a rest home. Okay. Next question. My favorite color, purple. My favorite flower is daisy. And after daisies, I like carnations because they last so long. Do I know how to swim? Yes, I do know how to swim. Not great. I get along pretty good with the side stroke. That's my fastest move. I can swim. Not terrific, but enough to float around, have some fun. I prefer pools or lakes over the ocean. We used to have to take swimming lessons. I think I told you this before in Ashburnham. And freezing cold little pond with frogs and snakes in it. Ugh. Hated those lessons. But taught me how to swim. One of my worst first dates. Oh boy. Okay, when I was young, my girlfriend set me up on this blind date. He's a friend of my boyfriend. You're gonna love him. He's great. Okay. So he picks me up. I'm gonna go to dinner. Now it had ended up, I didn't know it was gonna snow. We had a blizzard, and it had just started when he picked me up. So I'm already nervous because the roads, it's getting bad fast. And we go to his house. I'm like, I thought we were going to dinner. Oh, I just want to stop here first. We'll have a drink. I go in. It's a nice house, but it's very sparsely furnished. I mean, in the living room, there was a TV and a couch. That was it. No knickknacks, no pictures on, nothing. Just TV and a couch. It was clean, but that was all that was there. And I'm thinking that's a little weird. And he's like, you want to go in the hot tub? I'm like, no. I thought we were going out to dinner. Didn't bring my bathing suit. Oh, we don't need suits. Nope. So then he says, you want to make out? I said, no. Don't know you. Can we go to dinner? Yeah. Okay, so we go to dinner. I'm already getting a vibe from this guy. I don't want to owe him anything. So I just order a shrimp cocktail. That's it. I didn't order a dinner. I didn't order a drink. I didn't want to be drinking around this guy. Shrimp cocktail. That's all. I'm not owing you anything. So during dinner, he proceeds to be on his phone, talk to his brother was the cook. Yeah, it was King Philip restaurant in Phillipston, and his brother was the cook. So he says, oh, excuse me while I go talk to my brother. He leaves me sitting there by myself, and I'm all alone. I'm eating my shrimp cocktail, and the waitress is like, you okay, honey? I'm like, yeah. And I almost called my ex to come get me because either that or crawl out a bathroom window. I mean, I was like, this guy's an idiot. Because he finally comes back from talking to his brother. I mean, he left me sitting there for like 20 minutes. And it's getting worse outside. And he keeps drinking. He's on like his third drink. And I mean, we weren't there that long. He kept pounding down these drinks. And I'm thinking, great, he's driving, it's snowing, he's drunk. And the more he drinks, the more he tells me, oh yeah, I hate kids, and I have twins, and I hardly ever see him, and my ex is a this and a that, and he's swearing, and he's putting down his ex and bragging about how much he doesn't see his kids, and I'm like, oh, that's it. So I'm like, well, I'm ready to go now, and so like a dummy, I get into a car with this guy after he's drinking, and it's a full-blown blizzard by now. So thank God we make it to my house, and I'm like, okay, well, thank you for dinner, I gotta go, and he's like, well, can I come up? And I said, well, no, I got to work in the morning, which I did. I had to get up at 5 and go to work, which I don't care if I didn't have to work. I still would have said that. So he kept persisting, and I'm like, no, sorry, got to work. Because back then I was all polite, don't want to offend anybody. Now I would tell him right where to go, I tell you. But back then I was all, didn't want to offend him. And so I'm like, no, I got to go. I got to get up in the morning, bye. And he just was so mad. I mean, I barely got out of the car and barely shut my door, and he was just taking off. And he did donuts around my house and was just being a nut. I'm like, oh my God, just get out of here. So that was a pretty bad date. I mean, what a jackass. What a freaking jerk he was. So, yeah, like I said, if that was nowadays, I wouldn't even, no, he wouldn't have made it very long at all. I mean, and that's the thing, we kind of teach our daughters, or we used to, respect your elders, or be polite, or don't offend, and this and that. Well, sometimes you have to, I mean, sometimes you just have to. So I made sure I told my daughters, if someone, even an older person, a teacher or whoever, is being a jerk or being inappropriate, you can tell them, go to hell. You're not going to get in trouble. I will back you up. So, let me see. Wait a minute. I need a sip of my tea. Okay. How many siblings do I have? I went over this one with, my 10 non-yarn things about me. I don't have any brothers. I do have one sister who has some disabilities due to meningitis when she was a teenager. So yeah, and we lived in a very nice home when I was a child, but then we ended up moving to another town, and well, things happen for a reason, I guess. I don't know what that reason is anymore, or still, but things happen, and we're still here. So right now she lives down in Virginia with assisted living, and I get to talk to her once in a while. She's always in a good mood. So that's that. And let's see. So I'm just diamond painting here. Probably going to work a little bit more on my son's hat. Because tomorrow it's going to be yucky out, so I'll be knitting and crocheting all day tomorrow too. This one's coming along nicely. I think this is going to be the first one that I use the magnetic frames on. I'm going to try. Excuse me. Although, I don't know. See the width of this? Now, if I put this on here, yeah, I guess it'll hold. I mean, I'm going to have to, like, cut out here. Oh, no, you know what? I'll put that washi tape here. I'll put the washi tape and then put that here, and that should look pretty. I don't know if this would hold the painting I did with gems, the butterfly, because that one's kind of heavy because it has all those big gems. But I'm anxious to use these. That's a really good idea. So that is about all I have for you guys right now. I wish you all the best. Let's hope for an early spring. And God bless everybody. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you like any of my videos, please press that like button. Thank you. Good night.